ever wake up and your knees just aching, your back hurting, you waking up at 6 o'clock as opposed to 11 o'clock, you may be an auntie. What time is your bedtime? Is it 10:30? Yeah, we know. This week on Textually Active, we're getting into turning into an auntie, transitioning to an uncle, being that old nigga at the party. Tune in right now on Textually Active. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Textually Active.
Textually Active.
This is your weekly dose of conversations about navigating the digital age while dealing with friendships, relationships, and all the ships in between. I'm Rez, and I got Meezy with me.
What up?
And E is on the boards.
Yeah.
And we're here. It's a lovely summer day. July is here. We got our arms out, trying not to sweat in the middle of North Carolina. I can't believe this year has been 6 months in.
It's usually what happens.
Time be timing.
Okay.
It be flying.
I'm outside in the AMG, right outside. TT. I'm sorry.
TT,
every time
do
I
you
hear
love me?
No.
Oh.
2 songs you put together. Saw what you did there. Good job. Good job.
How you feeling though?
I'm cooling. Another day outside. Just ate lunch, so I'm a little gassy. But you know the fucking
Yeah,
vibes.
you literally just let one off before we started recording.
Will you specify? Like I didn't fart.
You burped.
Thank you.
Gassy.
Damn.
Gas comes from
everywhere.
most places. Yeah. I'm feeling good. E, how you doing?
Cool. Chilling.
I just realized that I'm booked until every weekend until I don't know.
That's what's up.
I don't know. I don't know if it's what's up.
You got the money. It's cool. You get into the bag. You
Yeah.
Yeah.
Money spending before I even get it. But this week I wanted to talk about time and the concept of time and how it's been flying and age, because the more I look at it, I feel like I'm closer to being an auntie and a grandma than I am closer to being a young girl nowadays. So I wanted to get into what it means to be classified as an auntie, especially since we just watched Bobby Brown and Keith Sweat. And apparently Essence Festival was happening last weekend and the weekend before.
I don't know.
And that used to be Auntie Con. And
Are we becoming those people?
are we aunties and uncles? Because I don't feel like I'm quite there yet. But I could see it over the horizon the more time keeps going.
Hey, Meezy. She was mad that Auntie Con was happening and she wasn't there.
It was virtual.
I think it was virtual, which is better because you got bad knees and stuff. All that walking.
Right.
It ain't
I don't know. But I want to get down there before my knees get too bad to walk.
I mean, whatever. I don't know, bro. Let's just be clear. I don't know none of that.
You don't know nothing about being an auntie or uncle?
I don't know nothing about none of that. That Bobby and Keith Sweat wasn't for me. I'm trying to see. The closest thing I want to hear is if you make music and this came out after 2010. Like, that's where I'm at in life.
You don't want to hear none of that?
I'm cool
that
on
New
it.
Jack Swing
I'm
sound?
cool on
that
it.
Bobby?
I'm cool on it. Like,
Did you watch it?
No.
Oh.
Not at all. I'm like Chico Bean said, I'm triggered because I know what it means when Keith Sweat be playing in the house and the door closed.
When you was running around as a kid and you playing around?
I'm cool.
And then all you hear is the door shut?
No more locked doors.
The door locked.
And
Keith
you know
Sweat
not to
coming
run
out.
in there?
I'm cool on that.
I just feel like...
All I can think of is like nobody, kind of like just muffled because it's behind the door.
All you can hear is the all you can hear is the twisted drums.
No, with a little... Because you got a slow stroke to that shit.
Nobody had beds like that. Niggas.
That bed used to creak.
I ain't never had one of them.
You never...
I ain't never had one of them.
You're speaking from a place of privilege
Thank
right
you.
now.
Thank you, bro. I did not have
If you grew up rich, just say that.
Iron fucking frame in my house. Never. Not now, to this day.
The beds be creaking a little bit. I just know I didn't know the first half of that verses. I didn't know a lot of the songs, and then the second half, some of them started to hit.
Oh, I know.
But then by that point, I was a little horny, so I had to
Okay.
move on to the next activity after watching that.
I knew him because I'm from a generation where that's what we heard growing up, and so even now, as we about to speak on, like growing up, like knowing all of these things and knowing all these songs and shit, it don't put me in a place of like, this is mine. You know what I'm saying? Like, it put me in a place of, oh, I remember this. So, like, hearing them Keith Sweat songs, because my mom used to love Keith Sweat. And then, like, I think Bobby was a little bit before my time. Like, my mom was, like, heavy 90s R&B. So, like, towards the end. But, like, hearing those joints, like, it didn't feel like mine. It still felt like a time before us. So, it still felt like, your parents and your aunts and your uncles. So, it didn't feel like mine.
That is one thing that I like about Versus is that they take it through. They try to cater to everybody.
They not.
They do because we got Bow Wow and Soulja Boy. That was for us.
They not. Where Young Boys Versus at? Get Young Boy on here.
I don't think they've done any new artists. You're right.
Get a Young Boy on here.
I think the closest to they haven't. They haven't done.
They're not for the niggas that's on the internet. From some shit that started on the internet.
Well, it is Swiss and Timberland. So.
Some old niggas.
I just think Versus really takes you down
memory lane,
and maybe those artists don't yet have enough to take us down memory lane.
Come on, bro.
What?
This nigga, Lil Baby, is having a run of his life. He can give you 20 joints for the last 5 years. It's up.
A concert?
Yeah.
He might as well just do a concert.
It's up then.
Yeah.
Nigga, we got to see D'Angelo and Friends.
But why would you want to see current people on a Versus stage?
Fam, do you not know how many classic projects Future gave us in a 5-year run?
I don't think Future's only been out for 5 years.
No, but he gave us like 7 classics in 5 years.
So we could get Future, but when you start talking about Young Boy, Baby, and those guys, like, I don't know if
they got enough. This wouldn't be for niggas that don't listen. Versus is not for niggas that don't listen to those music. I could not listen to Bounty Killer versus Beanie Man because I don't know none of them songs.
Yeah.
So this is for people who listen to the songs.
Just for people who listen to music.
Right.
I guess, I would be curious to see how many people would show up. You would definitely get a younger audience, but is our audience, like, are we the people that they're doing Versus for? Like, our age group? Because I feel like we're...
cut off.
Yeah. There you go. There you have it. We're at an awkward space in our age where we're too old to do certain shit, but too young to know certain shit.
Yeah.
Like...
Why?
Because watching Keith Sweat, some of my peers were very excited to watch Keith Sweat and Bobby Brown. Where on the flip side, I'm like, wasn't really there.
Yeah.
Don't really know that. And then, like, it's those 80s babies. Like, those 80s babies are quick to kick us back into our place and be like, nah, you wasn't there.
Well, it's because we're the last generation to know what it's like before the internet. If you born 99 is the cutoff. If you born after 99, you don't know a world without the internet.
Sheesh.
Like now, bro.
Can you say that you truly do know that, being that you were under 10 in the 90s?
I don't want to talk about privilege, but that's the only way that if you were born after 99 that you don't have an internet. Like, you're just poor. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like even being in 5th grade, I understood that niggas was online stealing music. Like, I understood this concept. You know what I'm saying? I understood how to get on LimeWire in 6th grade and take 6 hours to download porn video, one picture of a girl naked. That was trash.
Quick question. Do y'all remember when the first time you went on Google and how and why you were so confused?
No.
What this thing was.
No,
because, bro, they used to teach us in class about the fucking Ask Jeeves.
Ask Jeeves.
That nigga Ask Jeeves was
they
like,
ain't know nothing. Ask Jeeves didn't know a goddamn thing. He about asked you to go look it up in a dictionary when you asked him something. Jeeves, what the hell do you know?
See, that's why they got Jeeves out of here. And then I don't remember what it was called before, but Bing. Them niggas was teaching us how to use them search sites.
Bing is still up and running.
Is it?
If you use Microsoft.
Who the fuck is it?
Browser.
Who out here using a mic? They just closed down Internet Explorer. What am I supposed to use?
Microsoft next. They try stuff they should have.
But yeah, we was learning that kind of shit because we had the internet.
I know you were talking about porn earlier, but Microsoft Edge is the new thing now.
I got the joke. That's pretty good. That's a nasty.
Edge, Microsoft Edge. Okay.
That's good. That's
a pretty
good.
nasty one.
That's a good one.
Pretty nasty.
But yeah, like we the only ones. So like we are now at a point in our lives where we old enough to do old people shit, but still young enough to be the shit. Like,
well, let's get this out the way. What does it mean? Like, what do you classify as old? Because some people will look at us and be like, "These old niggas."
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
But it's always the people who are younger.
It's always
us.
it, right?
But the older people are looking at us. Like me and E was at the bike store the other day, and the guy was like, "Oh, what are you guys in your 20s?" And we're like, "Ha ha ha!"
Thank
no,
you.
Yeah. Whatever. He's like, "Yeah, you guys are real young. You guys are still young. You don't need this." I'm like, I think I do need a bike that rides for me because my knees be hurting.
Yeah, bro. Bitch just called me a few minutes ago at lunch.
My back hurt. I want a bike that's gonna work for me.
Me and Jazz 4 years apart. Jazz like, let me get a cider. Like cool. She look at me and I was like, well, let me get a beer. And she like giving me the stank face. Like, yeah, I want a beer too. She's like, well, I need to see your ID. I'm like, what the fuck? So I think it's like where you at in life. Cause like Chris Paul is going to the finals for the first time after playing 16 years in the NBA. And he's 36.
Right.
The nigga's 6 years older than me.
I don't think that's old.
I don't think he's old. Like LeBron, 35, 36. They 6 years older than us. And they like, that's the old man on it. Like,
but they got city mileage.
They got
they legs got city mileage.
You right. Okay? You right. But like, you think about like all of this stuff, like, these niggas not that much older. I think it's just like it might seem like a lot because of we seen, but like I don't like it's still like a 20-year gap between me and my parents, but that ain't that much.
Yeah. I think old for me is when you aren't able to do things. Like when you're still moving around, still driving yourself around, still able to go out and enjoy day-to-day activities. I think you still have some youth to you.
I mean, I don't know because it get active at them nursing homes though.
They do.
They catch all kinds of diseases in there, so they be in
there having sex,
moving and shaking, moving and shaking.
They be moving around. No, but when you need somebody else to take care of you, I feel like that's when you getting old. And I think being old and being a baby are very similar.
Oh, it's the exact same. I feel like you develop from a place where you need somebody to take care of you till you learn how to take care of yourself until at some point you go back to need somebody to take care of you. And I also have a conspiracy theory about being old.
What?
You ever notice that like old people either lose their physical attributes or their mental attributes first?
Yeah.
Like a motherfucker with dementia can still get up and get in their car, think it's old time, and drive around and be lost. While a motherfucker that's stuck in a wheelchair, can't walk, barely walk, still sharp as a tack.
Right.
And it's like, usually most old people, one goes first and then the other goes, but like while one is going, you still got the other one and use it. And I find that like kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Because it's like, not that, like, I don't think 60 that old, but I guess so.
Right. It's not. I think when you look around at your peers, I don't know if it's so much of getting old as much as it is gaining wisdom, because all of the things that we've been through and all of the experiences that we had, there's a reason why we don't like doing certain things. There's a reason why I don't want to wear 6-inch heels and go to the club on Friday night. And it's because I've done it before and it ended very bad. So it's just like those experiences teach you so much. But when I was going to state and I was in those classes as an adult learner, like those kids thought that I was their age. Yeah. They was like, you what? You doing what? I'm like, yeah, like I'm not I'm not 21.
Oh, that's why she be coming to class dressed like that.
Cause she old.
She'll be in class putting it on like the rest of us. Oh,
she'll be throwing that shit on. I don't care. I came here to learn. But I think when it hit me that I was going over the hill, moving further away from being a younger person, because I'm still young, was when I started calling people younger than me kids. And I'd be like, what are them kids doing? That's for the kids. You can't do that. Like saying stuff like that. And I hear the things that I'm saying and I'm sounding like my parents. Like, y'all shouldn't do that. Y'all shouldn't be over there doing that. Like, you might want to move around. And it's just like, when you start talking like that, your youth is going away. You're getting older. You're getting a little older because you're judgmental. It's a lot of judgment in your tone. You're telling them they shouldn't be doing that because you know something that they need to learn to get through it. Like they didn't learn it, so they don't have to know. They don't know.
Yeah, but I think we be wasting our breath doing that shit because we be forgetting that we gotta let them niggas do what they do. Like, shout out to Shikari, but like, I mean, she 21, bro. Smoking weed ain't that big a deal. I know rules is rules, and she's black, so she should know better. That's a whole different conversation we should have about the do's and don'ts in the black community.
Yeah.
Amongst ourselves, policing ourselves. But like, bro, she 21, bro. I mean, at the worst, she can go back to college and do some shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it ain't the end of her life because she missed this pushed back Olympics. It'd be all right. It's just like, I feel like once we start getting to the point where we forget what them ages was like and start judging like that, I think that's when you know it's over. Like,
yeah, I don't want to be that type of person.
yeah, I don't want to be the guy that's like I'll never forget what it was like to have a parent be upset at you because of some young shit you did. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are the moments I took in the traumatic, and I've been traumatized by to learn like, nah, it's not all that. Like your mom and daddy was trying to keep you from getting somebody pregnant, but you also gotta remember like what it was like to have a first and think this is who it is and you're gonna be with them forever, and every little Bow Wow song was how you felt about her at the time.
You and that Bow Wow song.
Hey, bro, this nigga got the ones.
So what was the young boy, young girl shit y'all remember doing that was like, you know what? I gotta stop this. I gotta grow up.
When you say young, you mean teenager, 20s?
All of that shit?
No, you're talking about the 20s. Like
20s.
You guys are damn near 40. Let's talk about your 20s.
We're not damn near.
I'm not damn near 40.
I just turned 30.
Speak for yourself, bro.
33.
I'm enjoying 30.
I don't know who's 33 in here.
I don't know. It was, you know what I'm saying, developing. Like, the one thing that I've chosen and told myself not to do no more was, I'm not finna argue with somebody I've been romantically linked with online anymore.
Oh, I thought you would say I'm not about to argue. Period. I was about to be like, one thing you gonna do is argue somebody down.
But I'm not, like that. Like, if I think I'm right, I'm gonna do that. But I'm not finna like go back and forth with a romance in public no more. Like,
You was on Facebook,
Twitter. Oh, Twitter was nasty.
He was on Twitter
So
going
you was
back
the
and
one,
forth.
you were the
Nasty
one
boys.
in the screenshot.
Oh, I'm adding, saying names. When that Drake shit dropped, Redemption, and he named all them girls, had a name that felt displayed, tweeted all of that. And like, I learned that I'm not doing that. I'm not like publicly having a breakup ever again.
Right.
But everyone else can still catch stuff.
Oh yeah, everybody else. I don't give a fuck about y'all.
Yeah, everybody else can still get.
And it's honestly not like, my breakups now with significant others were the only breakups that I had. So of course I was making those public.
Yeah, we were young.
Yeah, so like now, you know, friendships, they just fade away. You don't really gotta speak too much. You don't gotta say too much. But for real, like, let's keep it a buck. You come for the kid. I'm airing this bitch out. I don't know.
I think the one thing, or one of the things that I'm not doing anymore is, well, I still actually am, so I can't say that. I was about to say doing stupid shit with my money.
Oh,
I still fuck
happens.
my money up. Now I can't re-up. But I guess the thing is, like, for my youth, I used to just I still do it. I can't say it because I was about to be like, get fucked up, still be getting drunk,
And
still be tearing up my money.
ain't gonna do that.
When I fell out with friends back in the day, I ain't really say much about it. Still don't say much about it now.
You ain't changed.
Damn, that is fucked up, huh?
So you always been auntie.
I always been an auntie, I guess. I always just used to do old stuff. But as far as social media, there used to be a time where I will always post myself like drinking wine and stuff. I don't do that anymore.
Not as much.
I post it on my story, but it's not on my TL.
Count.
It count? Okay.
The story is the new timeline.
Yeah. Shit. Well, ain't shit changed.
You know what I'm saying?
I still be doing the stupid shit.
But ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. Because I feel like what happens is we keep talking about this and we keep saying this shit over and over on this show. We keep setting guidelines for ourselves at certain times. We just keep doing it. I'm supposed to be married and finish school and have a career by 25. I want to be at least married by 30. I want to be into my fabulous career at 35. So by the time I'm 40, I can travel around the world. And it's like, fam, life is going to happen.
Oh, you know one thing I don't do anymore? I used to try to please people. I used to always try to like make sure that I was the person that everybody liked and that I was the bubbly person in the group and all of these things, and just trying to make relationships with everybody. And I used to care when people actually didn't like me. No. So now I'm just like, I'm not trying to please you. I'm not trying to do everything that you want me to do. And I also get triggered when I feel like people are using me, because I before I used to be like, oh, you want me to do something, you must like me. And now I realize that people will use the shit out of you, because I'm one of those people that I like to be needed. I like to give assistance, but I don't like for it to be taken for granted and you don't really fuck with me. You're just using me for whatever I have.
It makes sense.
So that was something. Whew, I was thinking hard and long about that. But you're right. It is no timeline for that. I think when I was in my 20s, I used to always dread, especially pre-25, just dreading turning 25, because I thought that meant that it was going to be like a huge shift or a huge change, and now automatically I'm older. But the older I get, the more I enjoy like gaining age, like growing in age and getting older, because that means that I learned something from the previous year and I become a little bit more grateful for life itself. When I was in my 20s, I really didn't give a fuck that much.
As I've gotten older, I learned all my favorite shit is old people shit.
Like what?
And it's because I'm lazy.
Define old people shit.
All right. On a Saturday, we're having a cookout. I'm going to bring my own beer because I'm not the slouch nigga. Mm-hmm. I'm bringing my own chair. Mm-hmm. And I don't want nobody to sit in my chair because I brought my own chair.
You serious about that chair?
So I have somewhere to sit.
Yep.
I'm not going to a club. You know why? Because I'm not finna spend that much money for a section. But I also am not finna be a nigga that's standing up all night. Mm-mm. So you know where I will go?
A lounge?
The strip club.
Ooh.
Because the only difference between a regular club and a strip club is it's encouraged that you tip the entertainers. Which is number 4 on my list of things that I love about the strip club. Number 1, they play the best music. Mm-hmm. Number 2, they have drinks. Mm-hmm. Number 3, well, with drinks goes hookah, and you know, most niggas in there smoking. So if you want to smoke, you smoke. If you want to drink, you want to drink.
Where else you gonna see breast and
That's
butt?
Number 4, bro. Oh, okay. Number 3. There's places for you to sit because they encourage lap dances.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can do all of this, and let's not forget, the strip clubs has the best food in most of them. Like, bro, like the women are just the extra, the plus, and it's like, bro, the more I enjoy like being lazy. I like not leaving my house.
You do.
I don't want to leave. Like, oh, I don't have to go nowhere. Man, I like day parties because I can then be at home by 9 o'clock. Like the verses came on Thursday at 8 o'clock. The sun was still out, bro. I didn't think it was time to be getting nasty to make it last forever with the sun still beaming. Like I was confused, but I like that shit. I like being home early. I like doing old people shit. Like, nigga, you know what it's like to just turn on SVU and watch that marathon?
Yeah. You know when I knew things were getting pretty old? When I got a routine, like something I like to do weekly, and I started paying attention to the specials that's going on. I know every Wednesday they have $5 sushi.
Hey,
at Publix.
Hey.
I know where the spot is to get the $5 margaritas. No, actually it's $3. The $3 margaritas. And I'm there.
Hey, nigga.
And I plan my life around that.
They do taste like $3.
When you start grocery shopping a little different.
Yeah.
You know who got the sales? You really use them fucking all the fucking shit on your keychain.
Yeah.
Like, nigga,
be like, boop.
you was just getting them just because you thought this was some shit you was supposed to
Matter
have.
of fact, you get mad when the cashier don't ask you for, yo, don't you need to scan this?
Like these are shit like you never thought was important. Like nigga, Harris Teeter got buy one get one free only if you got your Vic card.
Yo, I remember when I went to Food Lion one time, and you know you only get the deals if you have your Food Lion card.
Exactly.
There, right, and the guy was not trying to he wasn't gonna even put his. I'm like, bro, you can't.
Hey, judging people like, bro, you got
you can't. Yeah, you can't use yours.
You like, let me hold your car. No, bro, not it. Nigga, I used gas points for the first time.
Yo, we been had that. I've been had the auntie.
I just used gas points at the gas station.
At Shell, don't they 5 cent off?
Like,
Yeah.
Like, I just learned that and used it. Like, oh shit, I'm amazed.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, I like fucking Klarma and Afterpay our layaway. Like, nigga.
Bro, getting a lower APR on your car.
And you still talking letters on. Still too high for my budget.
That percentage, when you watch that percentage drop on it, yeah.
Like, nigga, it's like stuff I never thought I would understand. Like, nigga, like I now understand. Like, all right, I'll be honest. I thought motherfuckers that came home after work and drank had a problem. I they had a problem. I thought niggas like that had problems. Like, how do you do this every day? Like, really? Like my dad was a Friday guy. Like, because Friday he didn't have to work on the weekend. So Friday was his day where he sat in the garage and drank beer. And I was like, why
are you drinking beer?
It now makes sense. Like, fam, it makes sense. Like, bro, today was very long and stressful. And I need something to take the edge off. Like, it now makes sense.
When you plan your events in advance, at the top of this episode, I said that I'm booked through September.
You already
And that's
know.
because I actively reach out to people to make plans
Yep.
because I know it.
Yeah.
I'm not at this age, I'm not a fly by night type of girl. I need to know where we going, where we staying, how much money I'm gonna need to save for it.
Big facts.
And what we gonna do when we get there.
Big facts.
Also, who all gonna be there?
Yeah, I can't live like that no more.
I can't live like that. Like,
Hey.
we might do that sometimes after we do the podcast, but we're not doing nothing extravagant.
We have friends that live like that in the end of our 20s, 27, 28, and I was just looking at them like, bro, I don't know how you do this.
Right.
Like, fam was like, just drop me off in here. I'll find her at home. I'm like, bro, what? You trying to party that? Yeah, I'm good.
You used to be this way.
Yeah,
No, I haven't.
Yes, you have.
I've never told you guys to drop me off somewhere. I'll get home myself.
You have. All right. So 4th Street Bar.
What about it?
You've never gone to 4th Street Bar by yourself and then found your way home by yourself?
I drove.
Nah.
Nigga, I've driven. I've driven. That is one thing I pride myself on. That's one of the things I learned as I got older. We not finna do all this as a group. When I'm ready to go home, I'm going home. So I'll drive myself. I'll put the gas into that. I've become that person. Like, bro, you know what it's like to be in a car with somebody who ain't playing the slaps, nigga. Or the nigga that want to leave at 10 o'clock and the shit don't start till 11. Like, nigga, we ain't even get to enjoy the function.
That's one thing about me that ain't changed. I know I ain't reached the peak oldness yet because I still want to listen to all my music at the peak volume.
The loudest,
I don't want to hear you talking to me when we in the car together.
The
I
loudest.
want to bump.
play the slaps loud. And I'm not turning it down in neighborhood areas either. I'm still that nigga. Mm-hmm. Still that nigga.
Well, I do.
See,
I turn it down just to be courteous
that.
of the people.
I won't turn it down until
You
I
don't-
can't. I won't turn it down until I can't get in a parking space right.
Yeah. Don't help you park.
It do a little bit. It make you
You
concentrate.
turn it down so you can see better.
Yeah.
No, but there is something between the loud noise
correlation.
and the eyes because your eyes do work better when the volume down a little bit. When shit start getting real in that car, you got to turn it down to see what
bro,
the fuck going
that's
on.
everything, bro. We are becoming those people, and I'm a little bit afraid of it because I be noticing, like, you notice how, like, This is all right. This is some black shit. Here we go. Nothing like getting home from work and realize you forgot to put the chicken out.
Dang.
Like it used to be like, oh, wildin', bro. It's just chicken. I forgot
and you really planned in advance
what you was gonna do
because you wanted to save your money, so you wanted to cook the night, and you get to work and you like, fuck, I forgot to take that dang chicken out,
and then you don't really know how long it's gonna take to thaw out, and if you gonna still feel like cooking by the time you get home.
Right?
DoorDash.
I've been there, so
I'm saying like, we're getting to those places, and I'm only worried about it because it's things I enjoy, but also I don't want to be responsible for. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't want to become this homeowner and become the house that everybody come to. Because I don't really want all these people in my space.
Bet.
I don't want to be...
Because that's when people start asking you to host shit at their house.
As soon as you get the house. Like, everybody got to come here. And don't nobody ever stay to clean up. Mm-hmm. They either clean up as they go and then leave, or then niggas just leave. Mm-hmm. It's like, nigga, no, somebody help me take this trash out. It's all y'all cups and shit.
Right.
That cake square plate that you had, you used the extra one for. You could have used the one you had first. But it's that shit. It's watching my dad be the guy who buys the food for the cookout and is the cook. And have to show up on time, because that's one thing I don't really like to do. I don't really like to
show up to the cookout first.
I don't like to show up on time.
Yeah, those are the responsibilities that he probably looking at you like, you next. You next. My body be making weird sounds. And I'm not talking about the macaroni noise. I'm talking about my elbow, my knees, my back.
What is wrong?
Like, my body do be making weird sounds.
Hey, let's keep it a buck, bro. We want to keep it real. That acid reflex is a motherfucker.
Yeah. I fuck with Tums. Like, I be tearing Tums up.
Hey.
Peppermint tea. I eat it like candy.
I love pizza.
I love spaghetti.
But that one fucking time you burp and it feel like your throat finna close and it's burning.
And you been drinking a little? You in for a treat.
The nasty, wild, like, nigga. Certain hot sauces.
I love spicy.
I can't have certain hot sauces.
And drink.
Fam, I fucked up one day and had...
I know you about to be on some shit.
It was probably Tapatio.
Yeah.
It was not. It wasn't. What did I have? I don't even remember. But whatever I had, it was spicy. And I fucked around and ate ice cream after that. I prayed to Jesus.
It was coming out both ends.
I prayed to Jesus that if he got me off that toilet that day, that me and Furtick, I would watch Furtick more often on Sunday mornings. I ain't say go to church, but I'd watch it more. Because, fam, I was in there. I have never understood how your insides get that warm and feel like that. Like, you ever go to the bathroom, be like, yeah, that was a good one, I'm good, go sit down and be like, no, I'm going to go right back in here because I wasn't finished. We ain't through yet.
I think we ain't done yet.
I don't think we done yet.
My body be hitting me after dairy like a Beyonce countdown. You told you wasn't supposed to eat that 10. Your booty about to blow. It's about to go down. And you got one more second to get there before it explodes. And then, like, when there's a pain that you don't know, you just hope after a certain age that it's not related to something serious. Like, my knee not hurting because I got arthritis, right? Like, you just be like so shook about everything that's going down. But the acid reflux started kicking my behind years ago, but it just got worse.
As we speak, I just burped and
it gave you that acid refluxy feel.
Throat burning now.
Man,
let me try to drink some water to clear it out, but then now it just tastes like hot ketchup.
Did your hangovers get worse?
For a little period. For a period where I was really out here going crazy, it was. Like, now, I tried my best to, like, not wake up before they ask me to, just in case. But, like
you don't want to wake up after a night of drinking at 9 a.m. You can't.
I'm not doing it.
I kind of feel like Benjamin Button now. Like, I feel like it was worse in my early 20s.
Yeah.
And then now, like, it's got, like, my hangover. I don't get hangovers like that anymore.
Yeah, I don't do it no more, and I think it's because I've drastically changed what I drink. Like my wild periods was 23 to 29 or 28. And that was as many Pabst Blue Ribbons.
Oh yeah, you used to love a PBR.
That was $2 at Bull's Tavern, and fucking beers like beer. Go to a pizza spot.
You were drinking the original hard seltzer.
Nah, yeah, I was drinking all that shit. But now, like, nigga, I'm drinking hard seltzers and ciders and fucking wine. Like, nigga, I just had a wine, an apple spritzer before I got here. Like, nigga, I'm not going ham no more.
Shots. I think I'm gonna have to leave shots in the past.
Oh, tequila is not a drink of choice. Hey, fam, I get hard. If it's too much of that bullshit ass tequila mix in there, I'm not drinking this, bro.
Tequila margaritas will kick your ass.
If it's too much of that bullshit margarita mix, I am not drinking it.
Remember I made y'all a jalapeno margarita?
Yeah, we told you can never be the bartender. You gotta go to DR before we let you bartend again.
How? What? Oh, for a BBL? I gotta have the body.
Never again.
No, but margaritas do hit different. I feel like my hangovers have always been bad, so I can't just say that they started getting worse now, but I feel like they last a lot longer. Like, it's not just a hangover for me, it's like mind fog, tiredness that lingers for a couple of days as opposed to it just being one day of being hungover.
It's an old nigga listening to this episode right now.
Like, what the fuck?
Telling us, you know what they need to do? They need to start taking some of them goody powders for their drink. It's somebody right now listening telling us that shit.
We need to take what?
The goody powder, the BC powder.
Oh yeah, I saw that one time at I was in some hick ass town, and they had it at the grocery store, and I was like, "What is this? Oh, this is the powder they always be talking about."
It was Pixie Sticks.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
But do you feel like you wake up earlier now?
Hell no.
Your sleep schedule is still the same.
Yeah, I've always been a kid that like to stay up in the middle of the night. I think better back then. Like
Time do feel different at 3 a.m.
Oh, it's so much fun. It's so much easier. It don't be shit to do. It don't be nobody really to talk to. But I get like everybody be asleep and but my best ideas come in. So I'm like up working and sending text messages to the motherfuckers in the middle of the night. Like, oh, here's what I got.
I just have a hard time seeing Meezy basically like getting a dope ass idea, but then have to tiptoe around because he can't be too excited because it's 3 o'clock in the morning.
Hey, bro, relax on me. You're talking a little too loud right now.
Right.
Like, you know what it's like to like
have an idea and wait for niggas to wake up. Now you really can't go to sleep.
No, you know what it's like to be like, oh, my Thursday nights are nuts because I gotta play this shit in headphones. Or like, no, nigga, I want to hear this loudly through my shit. Like I bought this sound system so I can play shit on it. Like, nigga, it's 12 o'clock. I'm not trying to hear this shit through my phone. Like, all of that shit, everything I enjoy. Like, I feel like all my favorite things are shit I got from my dad. Like loud music. Just sitting and drinking with loud music, enjoying fish sandwiches the way that, like, you know, like old shit like that. Old black shit is shit I like.
It's so crazy how the older we get, the more we kind of mirror our parents because that's what we know.
Nigga,
like their habits and what they do.
Buying candles and shit.
Yeah, buying candles, drinking wine, cooking certain meals, having plants.
I always judge my mom for having a dresser full of Bed Bath and Body Work products, like all the shit. But you know, a good cologne. You give me a good cologne now for Christmas.
You need some flavors. You need flavors.
Like a good cologne. Ain't nothing like you run out of lotion and you gotta screw the top off. Like, goddamn, if I just had the extra lotion, I would have to go through this.
Ain't nothing like having a variety of butters to put on. It's just like the things that they do. The older you get, the more you start to kind of resemble what your parents do. And it's just like, that's how I know I'm getting older.
Right.
Because I have more similarities or more things in common with them than I don't at this point.
You know, it's time when I got excited last night that I had a glass. Like just a regular glass, not like no plastic cup. No. We gave out free cups every week.
It's an
Somebody
emergency.
died every week on this show.
Mm-hmm. It's an emergency.
We gotta start timing this and using this for the show.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get this right. But I was excited I had a glass to drink water out of, and it wasn't a fucking paper cup or a plastic cup or none of the little giveaway cups from fucking college and shit.
I like drinking water out of a wine glass sometimes, like a real big wine glass, because it makes me feel like I'm at a fancy steakhouse when they give you your water and like those bulbs.
And then she tries to get you to wash the dishes.
And then, yeah.
That's the one thing. Yeah.
You wanna know how she's an auntie for real? Like she be doing the, oh babe, can you get the remote? And it's right there, like that type of thing.
Oh, I know I'm old because I lose the remote.
Oh, yeah.
We got this new couch, and I swear to God, our couch has turned into the Bermuda Triangle for remotes.
Yeah.
Like I could just use it, put it down somewhere. We got like it's a 2 remote combo, set. And so I lose the fire. That fire stick do what it want to by itself. That remote do whatever it want to. It run that house. I just be so confused now.
I get serious about shows now too. Like watching shows and making sure that we watch them together. And if I'm watching a show, I need to watch it from the time it come on and watch it until it finish. I love binge watching stuff too.
Been a week late on some shit. Kind of fuck up your life a little bit. Because if I just watched that Mary J doc out of turn the other day because I was supposed to watch something else, and it threw my whole week out of order. So I'm an episode behind on Dave. I'm like an episode behind. I forgot to watch. I was out Sunday, forgot to watch fucking Jocelyn. I'm like a week behind on shit now.
Yeah.
And it don't feel good.
But it's okay to let it catch up. I just know that that's in my routine to watch my daggone show when I sit down to watch it. But the second part to flipping over to auntie, uncle land is also seeing your parents get older.
Yeah.
And like understanding that, hey, it might be a time where they get older and we're going to have to make some tough decisions. I don't like that feeling.
Oh, I ain't even got it. I don't really know. I ain't really worried about it because I have 2 stubborn, hard-headed ass parents that ain't really gonna need, like, I already know my dad is gone. There's no putting him in a home. We just gonna have to go live with him. Like that's really like not him come live with us.
Why don't you think he want to live with y'all? Never mind.
Exactly.
I know exactly.
He's gonna be that. Like
Stop touching your microphone.
I can't, bro. I got ADD now I'm an adult with ADD. Like I don't watch TV regular no more. It's TV and phones now. It's fucking. I do class. I do homework on the phone now because it's just easier to look at that screen than trying to look at a computer screen and stay focused. It's hard for me. Like it's text messages I need to answer that I want to answer because of my ADD now that I can't because I'm trying to focus on this. It's just weird, bro. I'm learning all of this about myself as I get older. Like, and I know it's gonna be a headache for somebody in the future. Like, I ain't too sure what an HMO is, so I ain't really know if we have to put them in homes. But I've been trying to get all of that. They don't like to talk about, having to, deal with like, death and stuff and what. But I'm asking these questions because I would like to be the kind of person that respect their wishes. Like,
right.
My dad was they bought my girl my house. Like, so when he dies, sprinkle him in her yard. Like, that's where you want to be. Like, these are things that I'm like, okay, I understand that. I think I learned that the kid about to get the only, proprietorship on this thing. So if he gets sick or some shit, I'm in charge. And I'll bust it down with my siblings. I ain't say thirds, but I'll bust it down with them. They'll get a little slice.
You break it off.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
All right. That's the stuff that makes it tough. It makes me think, I forget where I saw it, but somebody was talking about how they broke it down by how old their parents are now, the typical age that people tend to pass, and how often you see your parents. And so if I were to say I see my parents 3 times a year and they only have 10 years left to till they pass or whatever. Not saying I'm sure they have a lot more, but that means that I only have 30 more times to see my parents. And like when you break it down like that, it's just like scary as shit. Like, what do you mean I got 30 more times? I need to see them more. They did, but it was a way to say like appreciate the people you have around you. So that's why when I go out now,
those type of people out of your life.
No. You have to though. Like life be short.
Yeah,
Life is not about tick marks.
Yeah, it's also like different. But like, cause we becoming these people, but like our siblings don't have children yet, for the most part. You know what I'm saying? So like,
my friends just started having kids.
So we not technically like aunties and aunties. And so then like, because of that and because of how the life has changed over like decades, majority of people do not still live in the same town that they lived in. They grew up in. Like, for the most part, like our parents in the 90s, the wave was to move from wherever you live and go to Atlanta or go somewhere else. Move somewhere else, right?
Not Atlanta.
It was mostly Atlanta was the 90s.
Well, for North
spot.
Carolina?
No, for everybody.
Okay.
The hot spot was we was going to Atlanta. The nigga Biggie, Too Short, all them niggas was talking about it. And some round Freaknik, all that shit was in the South, Atlanta. We was going there, we was moving there. And so, like, for the most part, unless you had that many people in your family didn't move. And so everybody lived in the same neighborhood. But now us, like, jobs, school, all of these things are taking
relationships
are taking us away from family. And so, like, if you get to a good spot and you settle and you settling down in this spot and you like and you enjoy it, the community that's around you is different from the one that you knew growing up. Because, like, it ain't just, we about to go to Uncle Meezy house and see him because this nigga live in Dallas somewhere. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, It's not the same no more. And so I think it's like one of those things where you got to start adding that into your tick mark. Like, fam, it's not
like they live right up the street.
Like, fucking in Charlie and the Chocolate Family. I know it's a movie, but his entire family lived in that house.
That was nice, though.
They slept in the same bed.
I would like to do that.
Why? Like,
that's how close I want to be to my family.
She's brought up the idea of multi-generational households before.
I mean, I think we as black people the only ones that don't do that.
Yeah.
Because we've been told by 18 you got to get the hell out of my house
until you get some money. And then you do whatever you want to if you got money.
No, then I'm gonna move into your house.
Yeah, right.
When I get money, I'm gonna move into your house.
When you get money, they move in your house.
Parents gonna move into your house.
See what I'm saying?
That's fine with me.
It's weird, but I wouldn't mind a compound. I'm not doing same house because I like to be naked.
True.
So a compound, you get you a nice piece of land, and build like 4 little 1-level houses. Because I'm saying 1 level because as I get older, I'm not walking. Up and down steps is dead.
I already don't want to walk around the corner to my room.
Up and down steps is dead now.
Already don't want to walk to the kitchen.
Nope.
From the couch.
Nope.
No, I don't.
So I wouldn't mind like a compound and you put everybody in a space, like,
everybody has a section.
We have a little foyer, a 4-house fort with a foyer in the driveway. Like, I've been watching Rick Ross a lot, and let me tell you,
that is my favorite podcast. I treat his stories like a podcast.
Like, he just say shit that like motivate you while showing you the most luxurious shit you've never understood. Why is it luxurious? Like, this nigga got luxurious tow trucks. I don't know what it for, but he got them. And so it's like, when you get to a place where you can do that, like my whole goal was from like last week is really to do enough to help everybody around me. And if that means, like, you know what I'm saying, we have to, work together, live together, do all this shit, I wouldn't be against it.
Yeah. I think my favorite part about growing up and maturing with friends and people around me is seeing the growth that they make within their lives. Like, seeing Simi become a mom is like one of my favorite things right now.
Yeah.
Seeing my friends get new jobs and do all these things is so exciting to me. Fall in love, have babies, reach the success that they want, take opportunities that they wouldn't typically take, see the growth between where they were when we were in our 20s to now is just like such a beautiful thing. So I'll I'll never get tired of getting old. I want to get old.
I'm also, hey, some of you niggas is doing old people shit too. Like, I don't really like it though.
Old people shit, like too soon.
Like, take me out your close friends if ain't shit wilding in there, bro. Like, I don't care I don't need to see that you smoke weed or you cuss or you drink. Like, I wanted to see the wild shit in your close friends. Like, please.
I'm in a few people's close friends, and I've never seen somebody doing anything freaky in any one of those
bro.
close
Just
friends.
memes that got
Like,
curse words in
just
them.
like stuff that's cool. I like being in a secret society.
Like,
but
I want to still.
I want to see some,
Like, I still
some
want to
ass and titties. We've been saying this since close friends.
Like, I'm
became
still that young. I'm monogamous as shit. But
Right.
I like to look. I ain't dead.
Right.
I still work. Like, I want to see what's up.
I won't tell nobody. I won't screenshot.
Y'all going on vacation and showing us fucking y'all at the airport, but then showing us home. Like, hey fam, I know you took stories. Those were the ones I want to see. If titties gonna titty and you gonna show the world they titty, let us see that they titty.
Or I want to see y'all arguing with somebody in close friends. Send us a text messages of you arguing with somebody. Put that in your close friends.
That nigga was
I'll read it.
Let's see that.
I'll
Yeah.
read it.
Yeah.
But let's go ahead and take a break and come back with our final thoughts for this episode. We'll be right back. And we're back for our final thoughts. I want to talk about the pros and cons of being older versus being younger. So let's start with being younger. Some of the pros of being younger are being naive for me. I think having that level of stupidity and not giving a fuck is kind of like fun when you're younger because you know that you'll get some time later on to fix all the shit that you fucked up. So being young and being naive is a lot of fun because you get to figure stuff out for the first time. It's your first time doing it. Mm-hmm. So that's one of the things that I think is a pro about being younger. A con is that people kind of hold your age against you because you're younger and they feel like you don't know anything and you're constantly having to prove yourself as an adult to the people around you.
But were they lying? Did we really know?
No, we ain't know shit. We ain't know shit. Meezy, what you think? For being younger,
what you said. That's pretty much the only things that come with it. You just get to be you for a long time and not understand that was who I was. You know what I'm saying? You don't really know you developing. You just doing shit and you get to wild out.
yeah.
Cause it ain't much to judge because we all doing that shit together. That's probably my favorite. I don't know. I just like the place of like whenever you get to a point you realize where I was ain't really like I just love that life is a timeline of this is what's happening now. But in 6 years, that shit didn't take me out. It didn't really matter.
It hurts right now, but
it don't really matter. Like then,
yeah.
And so then you start to laugh at the shit. Like every time I drive past the spot where I had my wreck at 16 and I thought my life was over, I just look at it and laugh now. Like damn, I thought I was done for at that time period. So I think it's just like being able, like when you that early or whatever age, it don't even matter. Like you just gotta know this shit ain't done yet.
Ain't done yet.
Like last week, I'm down about it, but like I'm learning. We're not done yet.
We're not done yet.
What
about being older? What are some of the pros about being older?
Aside from rules that keep you out of jail and financially stable, you don't have to do shit you don't want to do. That's like my favorite part. Like can't nobody tell you about you. I mean, you gotta do a speed limit, but if you really know it, hey, go for it. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? You can do whatever the fuck you want to do, and that's in life. If you decide you want to go to Jamaica and you ain't got no money, but you can get the trip good, go for it.
That's your choice.
It's your choice. Look, what they gonna say? This broke bitch went to Jamaica. That's it. Like,
yep.
Do it.
I agree with that. I think it's also a pro that you don't have to answer to anybody when you do something.
You don't have to do
If you don't
shit.
want to, you don't have to.
Hey, you could be single for as long as you want to. If
Right.
that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
If you want to find somebody tomorrow and get married and you just met this nigga on the block, hey, go for it. Live your life.
A con is the pressure that you may feel getting older from everybody around you to meet certain goals and standards. Being an adult, because everybody always, once you tell them your age, they're like, damn, and you're not doing this yet, or damn, you don't have this. Like, age is kind of like a standard to say, well, if you're 35, you should be having this, and this. And it's like, bitch, mind your business.
Yeah, fuck you.
Mind your GD business.
My favorite is fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck 'em.
Yeah.
Fuck 'em.
One gotta listen to him.
Yeah, I hear that shit.
But overall, you can't fight it. You're gonna get older. Just take care of yourself so that when you do get into those older ages, you have the body and the mind to continue a long, healthy life. Like, don't eat all the pizza and cheesesteaks and French fries when you in your 20s, because that shit gonna slap you in your mouth when you turn 30.
Especially if you're doing it, like if you doing it every day and you drinking every day,
Yeah.
and you're not really sleeping every day, you're gonna be like looking at yourself on a podcast that you do with two of your favorite friends in the whole world, going, "I'm really fucking fat."
God, I hate that feeling. Or looking back at those
I'm
pictures.
not even on the camera, and I say, "Damn, you're so
when I send you like the featured photos, like we got a featured photo the other day.
Of us?
I know it's a featured photo right here on here for me today, and it's a me and you when we did that photo shoot for 20 something doing something with Snooty.
Yes. Hey, have you noticed like your phone has more pictures of other shit than you in it?
Yeah, it do.
Like as you get older, your phone got memes. It's got shit you done screenshotted
That you
wanna
never
keep.
gonna look at again. You never gonna look at the
bro,
screenshots
I have
again.
so many projects that I've
Bro.
created on my phone. It's rare. Like pictures of me are not recent.
I have close to 30,000 pictures in my phone.
I got OCD with my ADD, so it don't let me get that.
You be
much.
deleting?
Oh,
I got close to 30,000.
I delete everything.
I just take the recommendation from the Apple iCloud. Like, oh, do you want more storage?
Yes.
I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
You've
I
been
do.
paying 99 cents for the last 15 years.
No word.
Nah,
They've been
nah,
tearing my 99 cent up for that iCloud storage. But now we got a family plan.
Bro.
But yeah, he got old so though. He been like that though. He
Yeah.
always felt like somebody's uncle.
What you said the other day, boo?
Yeah, unfortunately, I've been an uncle since I was 24.
You've been treated like
Hey,
an uncle since you were 24.
Hey, that makes sense though.
But it doesn't, though.
It do, bro.
It doesn't, though.
Remember that time we went to King's Dominion and we was about to get on the ride and that guy asked, "Is that your dad?"
Hey, we need to address
You
this
was
right now.
about
Hey,
24
We need
then.
to address this right now.
I tried to avoid the bookings that day.
Fam,
And then he told
y'all
us,
gotta shut the fuck up asking those questions, fam.
"That's so annoying."
Like it's offensive to motherfuckers. Somebody asked me, was Jazz my girlfriend or my mama?
No, they fucking didn't.
Like, bro, y'all can't do.
Why
y'all-
would they say that to y'all?
you can't do that?
Like, at least if you gonna ask one or the other. Don't ask both, because now it's double offensive.
You know why it's double offensive? Because you either think I'm hella young or you think I'm hella old that I would be dating either above my age limit or like that's my mom. Like it's very offensive. You niggas got to stop that. Stop and stop. Like just as offensive because I'm fat. Are you pregnant? You gotta stop doing that shit.
Yeah.
Stop asking questions. Mind your fucking business.
Mind your fucking business.
Please.
That's it. I think we need something to bop to.
All right, let's get to it. You are now tuned in.
You are now tuned in.
You are now tuned in to WMEZ. This week we finna take it. It's got an old soul, but it's got a young feel to it. We gonna take it down to the 704. Shout out to my guy Elevator J. This is called What Up Bay here on WMEZ.
Textually active.
That song was good. He was running it.
Just them the slaps.
We got another
Even-
emergency.
Niggas thought it was fire.
It's a fire. That song was fire.
As you get older, you realize you don't really know the difference between a fire truck, an ambulance, or police sirens.
Sure don't. They all sound the same.
You still trying to avoid all three of them.
Especially as a black
Steve,
man.
don't let that go over your head.
Don't let that go.
Because you only, I said, you only avoid the ambulance because don't nobody got $800. Don't nobody got $800 for that.
Sure don't. All right, what you got for your meme?
I
I got one. I can start.
go for it because I was about to tell you. Oh no.
I'm at the age where I respond to your 10:49 p.m. text at 6:08 in the morning, and I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed behind it. The funny part is that I probably seen it when I was dozing off, but I decided to wait to respond in the morning because I'm going to bed.
I try that. It don't usually work, but sometimes I just be ignoring people.
Can I go?
We go for it.
All right, cool. So this is, you know how you have like the new tweets. You got the original tweet and the reply.
Ooh.
Right. So the original tweet says, "Now laughing my ass off. Nah, man, she failed a drug test. Y'all don't even go this hard when people you know fail a drug test." And it's like, my friends not Olympians. They're cashiers.
Hey, fam, I am upset at the nigga that wouldn't pee for her. Like, I understand not peeing for your drug dealer cousin, but you could pee for an Olympian. Like,
Dang, like I had clean pee for her.
you know what I'm saying?
All she had to do was hit my phone.
Hit my jack. I came with a little tax, but that's what's supposed to happen in this
Right.
transition. I think I used this before, but I really still feel this in my heart because as I get older, I swipe a lot more than I be remembering what's in there. I had to look at that damn near every purchase. I hate pending payments. Just take that shit so I can start my healing process.
Right.
Like, fam, why do the deposit be a 2-day hold? Stop putting it in the account if it ain't in the account.
Not in the account.
Like, it's not there.
I'm tired of these bank accounts. I'm about to ready put mine underneath the mattress, put it in the closet.
I mean, the way they talk about crypto, I mean, it's the same thing. Like, it grow more interest if you put it in crypto. So, you know what I'm saying? The bank don't really do much. But, you know what I'm saying? If you want to I know some clubhouse rooms.
Not Clubhouse.
Hey, also, I would like to say before we get out of here, you guys' weird ability to want to talk now is weirding me out. We don't need a clubhouse. We don't need a green room on Spotify. We don't need spaces on Twitter because there's no need for me to hear all you grown ass people moaning.
But there is a large amount of people out there who
Want to talk.
haven't adjusted to going back into society yet, or just don't have those friendships. Like, I see so many people online sharing that they're grown and they don't have any friends. So meeting people online is their best bet.
I don't like it.
I can't relate.
Y'all be using them rooms to moan in.
Like, I meet friends in real life and online.
They use the rooms to moan in.
Are they still giving away money for it?
They're using the rooms to moan in.
What time do they normally do it?
Last night I saw it.
I'm gonna pull up.
I said I give them free pub. I don't want to, but I feel like we need to put this PSA out there. They were having a squishing and farting room. Do it the information as you wish.
Squishing and farting? What is... Okay. Thank you all for listening to another episode of Textually Active. While you're here, make sure you subscribe, leave a comment. Let us know you're listening by sharing us on your social media pages. And we'll be back next week. Don't forget to tune into the text thread every Friday between 5-6 happy hour time on Twitch.
We probably should just call it happy hour.
Yeah, happy hour. We'll be there, and we'll see you guys next Tuesday.
We trying to get some money.
Bye.
Support us.
Thank you for listening to the Textually Active podcast. This podcast is a full-service production from the Open Media Lab. Be sure to check in every Textual Tuesday along with following them on all social media at Textually Active Pod. Textually Active is a part of the Open Media Network.